Welcome to the AWS Test Drive tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be showing you how to leverage Drill to view data through Spotfire. A common format social media provides for their data is the JSON format. Let's take a look at some data. One thing you may notice about the data is that it contains nested JSON. In other words, some of the fields in this document contain additional layers of JSON. For example, the attributes field contains the nested fields good for, dessert, music, cuisine, and so on. This looks very complex, but Drill Explorer will query the data and allow us to see the data in a more familiar layout. Let's go ahead and take a look at Drill Explorer. First, we need to select Map R ODBC driver for Drill DSN. Click Connect. Once it connects to the driver and processes the query, we can take a look at our data. Let's select AWS Datasets root. Here we can see all the views within that dataset. Let's select Business. Now we can see that Drill Explorer has queried the data into more familiar rows and columns. Now we can import these data into Spotfire. First, click on Add Data Tables. Then Add, scroll down to Other Database, and select ODBC Data Provider. Then Configure, and then OK. Once that you've made sure that Map R ODBC driver for Drill DSN is selected. Then click OK again. Now we can see our dataset. Let's go ahead and bring the business view into Spotfire. Once we click on Business View, go ahead and delete everything except the star. So we have select star from AWS and then our dataset. And we'll name this data source business. Then click OK. Click OK again. And Spotfire will bring in the data tables. You can use this same process that we just went over to bring in all the other data tables as well. After the data is loaded in Spotfire, you can begin to create views. Spotfire automatically recommends views based on the data you select, or you can easily create your own custom views. Start by selecting numbers or categories on the left pane for Spotfire to start recommending visualizations. As an example, make sure that the business dataset is chosen in the data drop-down window, and let's choose ratings in the numbers pane and category in the categories pane. We can see that Spotfire has automatically come up with a few views for us to choose from. Hover over the first visualization on the top left and select Add This. Now let's unselect ratings and category and select sum of reviews and ambience and add the pie chart to the view, then select Close. Now on the toolbar, click View, Details on Demand, and then click and drag the Details on Demand window underneath your two views. From here, you can make selections on the views, and all the businesses that meet those criteria will show in the Details on Demand. For example, let's choose bars with a 4 rating, and the ambience has to be noisy. To do this, click on the segment for the bars with a 4 rating and hold down Control and click the segments you don't want in the pie chart. Here we can see that about 34% of all bars rated as a 4 are noisy, and a list of all bars that meet these criteria are shown below. We can also sort this list below based on the attributes that are most important to us. For example, the bar we choose must have live music. Now that we have seen how to create a view in Spotfire from the recommended visualizations, Let's try a custom map visualization. Click the plus sign next to the Page tab we're working in to add a new page. Let's start off by selecting the Map view in the toolbar. Now you should see a map centered on the United States with some data points centered around some major cities. Let's set the settings on the right-hand pane to make this view a little more meaningful. Set the color by ratings and change the colors to 1 is red, 2 let's make orange, 3 yellow, and 4 green. When we zoom into New York, the data points look pretty small. We can adjust the point size by right-clicking on the map and selecting Properties. Then select Layers and double-click Business. Then select Size and move the marker size needle to as big or little as you want. Now we can see our markers have increased in size, and when we select those restaurants in Manhattan, our Details on Demand will show us all the restaurants within the selected view.